Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another cast with Trendfollowing Tyson. So, I just wanted to get into, I just wanted to give you guys this new 52-week highs. So we got the trends, and I'll add a few of some very active stocks with some price action to the upside to watch for. But we're going to do a scan. We're going to take a look at the new 52-week highs and kind of pinpoint where the strength is at. All right, because I think it's kind of important to pinpoint where the strength is at when the markets are kind of shaky and you know, a little bit out of place and a little bit misguiding. I think it's always good to kind of actually figure out and go look and see where the actual strength is at. Okay, so with that being said, let's jump into a quote from one of my favorite trend following type of mentalists that I kind of get a lot of information from. I kind of learn from, and trend following figure of mine. So let's get into a quote from Larry Height, and then we'll jump into the trend picture. When a market makes a historic high, it is telling you something. No matter how many people tell you why the market shouldn't be that high or why nothing has changed, the mere fact that the price is at a new high tells you something has changed. Larry Height, okay? So we should be paying attention to the new 52-week highs. All right? It's showing you that there's good things going on in the market, that something is changing there. Okay? And plus, at a bad time, at a time like this, when things can be a little shifty, I think it's important to find where that strength is at. Okay? So with that being said, let's jump into something. So ARQL popped up on the new 52-week highs, and we were looking at this last week with the breakout over 6, the breakout over this area now. This is the area that we were looking at. We just wanted to have a buy stop in it, and this was what happened for the breakout over 6. So we got triggered into that, and then we got some new 52-week highs up here. Okay, so it just, you know, prices opened up today and held up very well. Went up towards 720 and kind of held in this 770 area. So I like for prices to hold this gap up price here. This last gap up that prices had, I like for prices to hold there, which is 645, inside 640. All right. ARQL, BLFS, this was a really good stock. Like I told you guys, traded it really well. Let it get away from me. Which is why we like to set buy stops to catch the trends that we're trading on, so that they don't get away from us. All right, so that big moves don't get away from us, so to speak. So this was I traded it. Let's pan out a little bit further. So traded this from down here from 2 something down this area here and up to 7, and like I told you guys, it kind of stagnated itself, and I felt to set a buy stop here. So something else we learned on the show is setting buy stops after moves consolidate to catch them, and then we'll get into here that stock HEAR at the end of the show, and I'll make another point on that. So, but here's a buy stop on BLFS that could have triggered you in this move to break out of this high here, sort of like ARQL. All right, and then you got another, you know, almost extra $10 there on that move, extra 10 points on that move. So BLFS holding up the strength very well. All right, went up towards 18 today and came down back at 7, but only lost 9 cents. Okay, only lost 9 cents on the day. Somewhere around 9 or 10 cents. So BLFS, watch that for continuation. If you like to get long on that, set you a buy stop underneath this candle. All right, 635, 640, and see if these prices can continue. You can even set you a buy stop at 17 and a stop below this candle. All right, give yourself some space. All right, you see prices came clearly down here. So if you had a stop in this, you would have actually got triggered if you had it really tight. So this is about a point. This is about a point and a half worth of a buffer space. So, yeesh, gotta watch that. Alright. BLF, I like CHK. I like this Chesapeake Energy. Nice market cap over about 2 billion, 2 to 3 billion. This is another stock we were looking at. Alright, we've already mentioned it here because you guys know that we're trend followers and we like to follow price action and strength and things like that. So we're following CHK right now, and it came up on the new 52-week scan today. So it's at a yearly high, so definitely watch this thing. Okay? Like I was telling you guys, if these prices decide to keep knocking down some of these dominoes, then we start getting into some higher price, especially if we get over this. Then we can kind of see where prices go, where things go. Alright, but if you look on the 1 year time frame, we're clearly over the 200-day moving average, and we're just kind of Patrick Swayze on this 20-day moving average grinding. Alright. CHK. If you like to get long on that now, I'd like to stop at 5. Prices to hold 5. You want to get whipsawed around. But I like to enter this stock now. I like to buy the opening price on that. DNR, something we've been trading. Few of my trend following buddies have been trading this long on this thing. You guys see how long we've been watching it, right? We were watching it inside this area, and we were saying that it was kind of channeling, and then it broke out of this channel, and then boom, shot clearly to the upside. Clearly to the upside. What I was telling people, I said, when this thing broke out of this channel, I think it's a sign that prices are gonna start to trigger to the upside here. Kind of get parabolic maybe, but definitely clearly to the upside. Alright? So DNR set a new 52, so it's strong. It's just as good as it was here, as good as it is here. That's why I tell you guys, can't wait to buy. You have to. That's why I just told you guys on the last stock, CHK. You can buy that opening price. You can buy that opening price, because when you're buying right here at this new look, this was the new 52 here. What I tell you guys about buying at the top right. Sometimes if you buy at the top right, you'll still be in the top right. Here we are again. Told you guys that on the last show. So if you buy on the top right, you still end up in the top right. Stock's looking just as good as it was then as it is now. Just as good as it is now as it was then. Alright, so DNR. I like this thing to hold 450 to hold these prices inside of here. See, this candle came in these areas, so it's kind of forming this little trend line right inside this area. Old resistance. This was resistance in the trend line. Now it's kind of like support now. Alright. This portion was resistance. Now it's kind of like support for this new trend line. And then here's the resistance up here. So this thing's kind of sitting at the top bar of its top portion of its resistance level. But I like this thing bullish, definitely. DNR still kicking butt in that oil thing there. DNR and CHK both in that oil move thing, kind of kicking butt right now. So here's EGAN. I had a long in here. I cut some of my position today, just a portion of it. I want to see what this is about, see what happens with this, see if green candles come in here and prices continue, which they probably should. But if we start closing consecutively lower, then I'll be watching out to see what happens here. Because we went from 18 to 1550, and that was a large drawdown for this thing, and I said it just didn't match the chart. So, all right, but it set a new 52. Definitely came bullish, came to 19 and just couldn't handle prices at 19 and came down clearly to 15. So prices may clearly just trigger back up to where they were, trading back in this level somewhere. Because this is a good time. Depending on what happens with the stock, this is a very good time to buy this pullback. So just watch the activity behind it. But this may be a very good time to buy this pullback now. Alright. EIGI, I showed you guys this stock this week, coming into Monday for stocks to watch this week, and it set a new 52, and then it kind of pulled back on itself. This is a good buying point. So watch the behavior on this. See if it pulls back some more. But definitely, even if it pulls back some more, I think it's still going to be a bullish stock. So just watch this for more bullish behavior. Okay, you can set yourself a stop below this last trigger here. Don't make it too tight. Just watch what happens, alright? So I like this for more bullish behavior. Stop below, give it some space around 1025, 1020. Alright? ELVT looks really nice. Alright? Bullish, broke over these last areas. This is the new 52-week highs. So this is at a new, definitely good things going on here. Remember what I just showed you guys. There's nothing wrong with buying in this top right. It's bullish as you can get. If this stock is at a new 52-week high, it's at its most bullish point. So this is momentum at its best, at its highest point right now inside the stock. And look at the running bull market it's in right now. This is a running bull market when a stock is consecutively closing green. So here it is here, opens up, goes way high up here, comes down, closes, opens up here, gives it some space, closes, opens up, closes green still closed green here, still a running bull market there, opens up here and closes here, alright? Wick space up there, running bull market still. Alright? Still in a running bull market. So see how long that running bull market's going to continue on ELVT. Alright? Always protect your capital though. So depicting on what this stock is doing, it should not close below itself. It should close green. Okay? So give yourself a stop underneath $10. Because technically, if it closes below 10, it's going to be red. And that's going to kind of throw off this whole deal here, and you should watch for that. But ELVT, watch for that continuation. Running bull market on ELVT. FNKO is really good stock. I'm trading long on. Had some pullback today, but hit a wick up here on 15. Didn't like prices at 15, came to 13.82, round 4 came down here, and I still have a long here. Alright? So let's watch and see what this stock does. This may be a good time, just like EGAN, to buy this pullback, or watch to see if it rounds and closes a little bit like this on some of the last closes it had. Alright? See if it starts to round, and it may close red and still start to round off. And then start to come at this next high. Never know. The stock has a lot of strength behind it though, so I don't expect it to just crumble apart now. Just may have some pullback and continue. Okay, so watch FNKO. Alright. IRWD, the stock looks really good. Ironwood Pharmaceuticals. Alright. Pan out just a bit real quick. That is the 5-year. So prices are at a 5-year high. Not even at a new 52. This is a new 5-year high. So watch this thing. See what happens here. See what this stock does, okay? Let's go to 5-day and get a better picture here. See prices holding these levels. So I like for prices to hold $19.90 for $20. That's a little bit tight. Give it some space right here at $19.75, but prices are inside of 20 and holding well. I love when I see a stock come from 18, lower prices, and actually, let's see where we came from. Pan out a tad bit. Clearly from, wow, this is a strong stock right now, guys. See it on the monthly. See these predictable patterns up here? Pops up, close, pops up, close. This is my little staircase I used to trade when I was beginning to trade, and I used to learn really simple patterns. This is this staircase, and I've really never seen it continue on for a month. It normally continues for about a week. So this is really strong. This looks really good. This whole little staircase pattern breaking out up to the top up here. Really predictable pattern. Alright, perfect buying spot right now for this stock. And then stop yourself out below this because it's outside of the normal pattern it's trading in. 1975, okay? Definitely wonderful stock right now. Ironwood Pharmaceuticals. Definitely. And it has a nice market cap too, okay guys? Definitely over $1 billion in market cap there. This is a really nice stock. Set a new 52-week high. This is a wonderful thing right here. Keep an eye on our IRWD for the next month or so. I wouldn't mind elonging that and watch that continuation, see how far that thing can go. But in the last month, we've covered some good prices. We came from 17 to 20, okay? Consistently too, very consistently. Still holding this same structure the whole time. All right. Travel port. Alright. Look at the monthly real quick. See the strength here on this monthly? In the tighter time frame. Set a new 52. Alright. So I like this thing for continuation. TVPT. Travel port. A lot of market cap behind this stock as well. See how it looks on the yearly. Wonderful stock. Okay, wonderful stock. This is at a 5-year high. This is the highest price has been in 5 years. Okay, definitely some good things going on. We just heard from Larry Height. Stock's doing that well at the 5-year time frame. That's very wonderful. This is a good stock. I like this for continuation. Watch this for the next month to the year, throughout the year. See how far this continuation is going to go, this strength. Alright. WPX I like a lot. 7.9 and 7.9 billion, about 8 billion in market cap. WPX Energy, kind of a beast inside of this whole oil thing. Just beasting this oil thing right now. Okay? Pan out on the 5 year, see where we're at. So we got some ground to cover, but we've covered that very well. Okay? Covered that very well. Alright, so I like that stock. WPX Energy. Alright. Give yourself some space on your stops. ENDP is not on the new 52 weeks, but it's wonderful stock. Alright. This is how far it is from the new 52-week highs. It's about $1 and some change. Just look at the strength here. Looks like it may be rounding on a 5-year. Not yet. Starting to. Lot of upside here. I love this long. I'm opening a long here. Okay? I'm opening a long in this stock. I'm opening a long inside this stock. Sometime this week. Bouncing on this 1120 area. I don't want to tighten my stop up. Give it some space. See, it had this giant drop, but it still rallied through. Wonderful stock, ENDP. I'll show you HEAR and then we'll close it out. See you guys in the middle of the week. Not at a new 52-week high. It's not, but it's just about there. Okay, so watch this thing to get over 24.50. Add another buck and it's at a new 52-week high. Wonderful stock. Remember I said this stock looked better than TNDMH and Intelsat? And look what it's done. It's performed better than them right now. It's actually trading higher in price. So watch that thing. HEAR for a breakout and for some continuation through. See how it handles 24. It went to 25 today. It went to 24 today and denied it and kind of came back in here. So watch for it to continue through there. HEAR. Alright, so I'll see you guys in the middle of the week. Those are the new 52-week highs. And we'll be back in the middle of the week, Thursday, to close out with the rest of the trend picture, okay? Trade safe, manage that risk.